All right, let's talk about something that's pretty much everywhere these days. In the news, on our phones, even in our kitchens. It's artificial intelligence. Now, we all hear the term AI thrown around constantly, but what does it actually mean? Let's dig in and demystify it.
So, let's rewind a bit to 2022. Suddenly, this chatbot appears that can write a college-level essay for you, spit out working computer code, and have a conversation that feels, well, surprisingly human. It felt like it came out of nowhere. So how on earth did that happen? Where did this tech really come from?
To answer that, we have to start with a simple, maybe even obvious fact. AI is already all around us. It's not some futuristic concept, it's here, right now. Just think about your day for a second. Did you ask Siri or Alexa for the weather? Yep, that's AI. Did you get a movie recommendation from Netflix that was creepily accurate? That's AI too. It's in the smart thermostat on your wall, it's the customer service bot you just dealt with, it's even powering self-driving systems that are learning from the data of thousands and thousands of human drivers. It's everywhere.
Okay, so we've seen all the stuff it does, but what even is it? Let's get to the core of it. What's the actual definition here?
At its heart, artificial intelligence is all about making computers do things that normally require human intelligence. And we're not just talking about number crunching. We're talking about the big stuff, problem solving, reasoning, and maybe the most important one of all, learning. And this idea of imitating us, it goes way back. In 1950, the legendary Alan Turing came up with a test. The question was simple. Could a machine fool a human into thinking it was human? Imagine a judge sending text messages to two different chat partners, one human, one machine. If the judge can't reliably figure out which is which, boom, the machine passes the test.
Now, passing that test is incredibly hard. A machine needs a whole toolkit of skills. First, natural language processing, just to understand what we're even asking. Then knowledge representation, to store all that information. Automated reasoning to actually use that info to come up with smart answers. And here's the kicker. Machine learning, so it can adapt and get smarter over time. You can even add computer vision for seeing and robotics for moving things around, and while you've basically just mapped out the entire massive field of AI.
And to really get a grip on AI, it helps to know what it isn't. People sometimes get it mixed up with another field, cybernetics. Here's the difference. Cybernetics is great for modeling predictable, closed systems where all the rules are known. But AI wades into the messy, complex problems, like trying to understand sarcasm in a sentence or figuring out what's in a picture.
But here's the thing. The road to where we are now, it was anything but a straight line. It's a story of amazing highs and really tough lows, these periods that researchers call the AI winters.
So, the term artificial intelligence gets officially coined in 1956, and there's a ton of excitement. But then, progress kind of hits a wall. The 70s and then again in the late 80s brought these two AI winners. Basically, funding just dried up because the tech wasn't living up to the hype. But then came the turning points. In 1997, the Deep Blue computer beat the world chess champion, which was a huge deal. But the real game changer, that was 2009. That's when researchers figured out they could use powerful gaming computer chips, GPUs, to train AI. That hardware leap lit a fire under everything, and it's what launched us into the golden age we're in right now. The age of Watson winning Jeopardy, and of course those large language models we were talking about.
And that whole history brings us right back to today. We're living in the middle of that golden age, and these modern breakthroughs are now shaking up pretty much every industry you can think of.
And the impact now, it's just staggering. I mean, we're not talking about just one or two things. It's revolutionizing deeply personal fields like healthcare and education, and massive systems like agriculture and even how we model our climate. It's everywhere. Let me just give you a few quick examples of what this looks like on the ground.
Take healthcare. AI is becoming this incredible partner for doctors. It can scan thousands of medical records or x-rays to spot patterns or tiny anomalies a human might miss, and it can help create treatment plans that are tailored specifically to an individual patient. Or look at education. It's making learning way more personal. Imagine having an AI tutor that's available 24/7, adapting to exactly how you learn. Or think about systems that can automate grading, which frees up teachers' time so they can focus on what really matters. Actually teach.
And then, of course, you have robotics. This is where the code really meets the physical world. AI is the software brain inside the machine.
It's the magic that lets a social robot like Pepper recognize your face and have a conversation, or lets a giant industrial robot perform unbelievably precise tasks on a factory line all day long.
So, we've gone from the big idea, through those tough AI winters, and landed smack in the middle of this golden age, which leaves us with one last really big question about what all this means for our future.
You know, when you look at it, AI can now learn, reason, create, and adapt in ways that honestly felt like pure science fiction not that long ago. So the question really isn't if machines can think anymore. The much more interesting question is, how are we going to think alongside them? Thanks for digging into this with me on The Explainer.